Don't even think about asking me how to say good morning in Polish. I don't know. And give me, I say that and I just arrived, okay? So you gotta give me a little bit of time to learn learn the language. So will you look at me? I am waking up in a beautiful, beautiful estate in the Polish countryside town of Odonow, Odonow, Odonow. It's just outside of Krakow by about 40 miles, I believe. And I'm waking up in the home of my business partner, if not more so my friend than my business partner. I'm waking up in the family home of Joanna, and this beautiful estate was taken by the Soviets after the war. They pretty much came in and just kicked the family out in the middle of the night. And after the wall came down, the government gave the property back to its rightful owner. And so now here I am, and I'm pinching myself waking up this morning after having been on the road for a month and waking up in busy, noisy cities like Budapest and Milan and Geneva and all these other places. Here I am waking up in the countryside town of Odonow, just outside of Krakow. And magical, oh my God, it is just absolutely incredible. In fact, I'm going to just spend a little bit of time and kind of walk you around the property this morning as I share some of my morning thoughts. So right now I find myself in the kitchen of the place, and the family is sleeping. Joanna's parents sleep till about 10 every morning, and Joanna's kids probably sleep till about the same time. And Joanna wakes up at about 8. I think she wakes up at about 8. But anyway, so it's bright and early here, and I'm just waking up, and I'm going to take you for a quick tour of the property, all right? Starting with, we'll start here in the kitchen. So this is the kitchen here, and it is this is an old property. I asked Joanna, sorry if I'm whispering, but the house is asleep. I asked Joanna how old this house is, and she said that they really don't know how old the house is, but it is it's a rather large house. They've got 14 bedrooms in this house. That's right, 14 bedrooms. So here is the main dining area. You see? There's one of these old furnaces over there. And then if they have they can have a wedding here, right here. So maybe if I meet a nice Polish girl and we decide to settle down, we can do so right here in the home of Joanna. So if you look at their website, Odonow, ODONOW.com, you'll see a lot of really nice pictures. There's an old piano. It really is it's a special place. Coming in yesterday from the airport, the countryside of Poland is just beautiful. Just rolling hills and field after field of different types of crops growing. I saw a lot of crops like cabbage and even growing tobacco here. So to be quite honest with you, I do not know how long I'm gonna be here. The morning bumblebees are all out and about. You know what? I should probably actually stop and smell the roses. Hang on a second. Let me stop and smell the roses. Oh, they smell good. Okay. Isn't that what you're supposed to do in life? Stop and smell the roses? So just over here is over here is where the rooster, I should say, the rooster and his hens. And you might even hear a rooster or two. But this is all their property. I have no clue how many acres they've got here. But Joanna and her girls will come out during the summertime when the kids are away from their kids are out of school. And they'll come here. And I don't know what these older buildings are. I think I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to David down in Melbourne, Australia, who's Polish. David, I'm sure you're appreciating this. So the hen house is, well, I don't know. Well, I guess you can get into the hen house. Let's see if I can make my way into the hen house. Uh-oh. I can hear the hens. I don't know if I'm supposed to be letting them out or not. Let's see. Well, I guess who let the hens out? So they think they're getting fed. See? They all think that there's the rooster right there. There's the guy. You see? Okay. Well, I didn't know. I let oh, there's the little babies too. You can see the little babies. So I better close the gate here. I don't want to let them out. Okay. So you ever hear the song, "Who Let the Dogs Out"? Well, now maybe they're going to write one and say, "Who let the hens out?" Who let the hens out? Something like that. So, alright. So I hope I don't get in too much trouble. Anyway, I'm going to walk you around to the front of the estate. I guess you might call it an estate. You know, one of the thoughts going through my mind as I walk about today is that I woke up this morning and I was actually feeling a little bit, I don't know what the word is. I woke up this morning and there we go. Okay. So I woke up this morning and I looked out my my balcony here on the home, and the balcony is you can actually see it here. It's right there, so you can see that big beautiful property here. But you know, I woke up this morning after a wonderful night's sleep, and I looked out, you know, to the towering trees that are outside my balcony. And I found myself thinking how lucky I am. You know, I don't. There's hardly a day that goes by that I don't count my blessings, so to speak. And you know, my videos. A lot of people. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday who was expressing some, I don't know, frustration, if not, you know, anger or whatever, that my videos are, you know, he said something to the effect of, I'm glad you got a wonderful life, you know, while the rest of us struggle and what have you. And my videos are not intended to be about how wonderful my life is. Rather, my videos are intended to be about how wonderful life is. Not how wonderful Tom's life is, but just how wonderful life is. As I show you look at that view of the property there. But my videos are not intended to be about, you know, how wonderful Tom's life is, but rather just to be about. I keep trying to switch around my coffee. I'm holding this gimbal in my hand, but I want to switch it around and not drop my morning coffee in the process. I need to get to the gym more. That's what I need to do. So if I were in better shape, I'd be able to walk for a while holding this in one hand. But anyway, no, my videos aren't intended to be about how wonderful my life is and how terrible your life is. You know, how terrible your life is. My videos are just intended to be how wonderful life is. I love life. It's just I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of life. And I love sharing it. You know, I love sharing my love of life and my adventures, and all the different people that I meet, you know, throughout those adventures. But you know, I'll tell you that when I became a born again Christian some years back, I stood on a beach, and I remember I had my arms opened up to the heavens, and tears coming down my face, and I said, God, I said, you know, put me on a path of righteousness, and a path that will lead right to your arms. And I find myself often being challenged with the fact that having been given so many wonderful talents and abilities that I haven't been using them to their fullest potential in regard to helping other people. That's probably what challenges me more than anything else as I go through my days. You know, that I'm not using the talents and gifts that God gave me to their fullest potential to make other people's lives better. And that, believe it or not, that is something that I struggle with all the time. And I know there's probably some people out there that are thinking, you know, that questioning my sincerity about that, but that's okay. And you know, I'll say that as I go through my days, and I'm out and about, I see people that are suffering. You don't have to walk very far in life to see people that are less fortunate than you. And it's I realize, you know, life is a struggle for a lot of people, and the very fact that you know, that I'm as fortunate as I am I just need to be, I need to be or want to be more diligent in making other people's lives better, and not just focusing on my own life. So anyway, enough of all of that. Back to the, let's get back to the tour. So this is the I don't know if you would call the place that I'm standing in the I'm trying to turn the camera around here. There we go. So I'm not sure if you would call this the garden or not. Maybe. Hell, I think it's all a garden in one way or another. See, but this is where the family comes out and has their their fires. You know, they have a nice little fire pit right here. And I remember the first time I came to Poland, I told Joanna that I would love to go to her family's country estate and barbecue kielbasa, you know, over an open fire. And lo and behold, they granted me that wish. So here is here's their stockpile of wood. You can see. And the property has some, in addition to the main house, the property has several nice little buildings out and about. Here you can see the side view of the property. And then over here they've got this other nice building as well. So anyway, so there's your morning update from beautiful Adonów, Poland. Maybe by the next morning update, I will have learned how to say good morning in Polish. All right, take care, everybody.